Hi, my project is about technology. The project is to discover what technology does to a sense of interiority in the subject and space. My project keywords are technology, interiority, also touch surveillance, virtual space. The project starts home, that is most private space, to discover how technology invents our interiority and change our sense of self and space. The project began from real events happened to my friends. She lived in an apartment in the city. Because her apartment next building facade is glass, Sue and her neighbor can see each other through building glass. Because of that, her neighbor started doing some inappropriate behavior to my friends. And I'm thinking in the home, our experience depends on other people. From this relationship, I did a diagram, discover the relationship between warrior and the weaver. From that, in my home, I'm thinking, well, maybe I've been watching all the time. I have a lot of smart home products like HomePod, smart camera, different camera. I did a video shooting this video from different camera in my home, capture the sound from different device. When I perceive my home also perceive me. I'm the subject, also an object to my smart product.
So if someone wanted to talk about last week.
After that, I got a coconut and I have a specific tool to open the coconut. We all think coconuts are hard to open. I use this tool to open easily. The process like surveillance of us. We eat coconut to rehydration, like we addicted the sugar. This process is like warrior can't separate from the observed. After I opened, I destroy the inside of coconut which can make seeds. Under my watch, the coconut gave more sense of objectification. I did a dynamic diagram to show the relationship and also shows a projecting a different size of subject, which is me. I living on the ground floor apartment. Sometimes I'm watching strangers walking around. How about they watching me? I'm using a projector to intrude outside, projected my live video from my home to the street to amplify my privacy, to project the different sides of my home and shooting people reactions. From doing this, I feel I'm like warrior can't leave the weaver. After this, in my home, I reverse the rule. I invite the strangers to my home. I use a body sensor, it can capture human body, and I project into my home. Because technology, the physical relationship between people disappearing gradually or digitalized. More and more people using phone to order food, using social app to know people. Especially during this period, we all stay in home. Through doing this, me and stranger have special contact. Also, it's a co-produce of my home. The space. Will my home be colorful? The rhythm, the light of experience is changing based on the stranger actions. Using technology to weave the inside and outside. It's time to go outside. Outside. Technology is making us losing in place. When I'm home, I'm also your screen. I'm everywhere and I'm nowhere. The screen is like windows. We use the screen to sightsee, to view, to go to anywhere we want, but we can do nothing. We can touch, we can interact. Technology destroys the map. We can. Let's really go physical outside. I go outside and project me to the around, to proximities. Nowadays, we just focus on two space, two area, home and world. We lose proximities. Project me to the around, street, or some restaurant I always stay in the before, but now it's closed. This time, everything is static, but my body image is moving. I'm becoming a hyperlocal. My image can go any surface, but it depends on my physical body. To project a different surface, meeting different object material, I'm also becoming an object. Table, chair, ground is holding me. If there are nothing in the space, I will not be able to project myself. Back to my home, I'm a subject in my home. My objects all around me. I'm using my VR headset, drawing and tracing my object. Chair, porch, keyboard. The object shaped and transferred in the VR headset through my hand. The line I draw in each object is different, depending on every material handliness. Then I'm using a 3D printer to print a physical shape from physical object, transferred to another object through my hand, and the object gives a sense of handmade quality in the 3D world. Then I trace my whole room using my body. Through the tracing, every perspective I draw depends on my perspective in the VR headset. The object depending on my size of body, my range of motion. Like Merleau-Ponty said, body exists subjectivity versus objectivity, presence versus absence. I'm my body. My body is intentionally opening to the world, experiencing meaningful things in the first place. I made a mixed reality video. I'm like inhabited in my virtual home. I try to draw my inside. I bend the controller to my arm. When I'm moving, I create an image, a space. I'm moving like my daily activity at home. My body is not just a space, but inhabit space by moving through it. To create an opening space through my body movement. After drawing, I combined the home drawing and my body movement together. My body lives in a surrounding object, and my body has the ability to connect objects through movement. Then I'm going to a site. My site is Federation Square. One reason I choose Federation is near my location, and I want to be present. And this is a public space. My subject feeling is linked and increased to the exterior. And yeah, I try to trace Federation Square, but it's too hard. The space of square is too big, and my VR headset can't work properly, can't draw continually, always jump to another view. But I trace part of an area, the rock, and the pattern of material, the stairs, and also I draw my movement when I go up. Then I trace the big screen, but maybe it's because of electrical interference. My controller is not working. It's frozen when I try to touch the screen. Thank you for listening my presentation. And for more video process and diagram, please go to my website.